Hi guys, so it's been quite a while since you've heard from me. I think the last time that I did a video was 2 years ago, and that was my double eyelid procedure and healing video that a lot of you saw and DM'd me about, and I'm here to give you guys an update because there's been a lot of complications and a lot of people have been DMing me asking me how the procedure has helped out for me and how my sutures are looking a few years after the procedure. And I don't know if you guys can see from this angle, but I'm gonna give you guys a close up so you can see. Okay, so I have no makeup on, so you can see clearly. I still have one suture in, and the other suture has not been in my eye for quite some time now, and it's been quite a complicated process over the past 2 years, and I'm not sure if I'm just unlucky, my body's just not reacting well to the suture that I did in me clinic 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago now. So I've been living with uneven eyelids for quite some time now, and that's why I also refrain from making videos, because I don't really like to see the uneven eyelids on camera. And I've also been spending the past 2 years trying to figure out how to fix this problem, and yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys more about what exactly happened during this get ready with me. I'm just doing my makeup because I'm on the way out, so yep, let's get to it. Okay, so let's see, where do I start? So actually a few months after I did the procedure, I think some of you guys have seen on Instagram that I suffered from an infection on this eye. So this is my right eye, and there was this huge boil that started to form on my suture. So because of suture, right, there's like 3 incision points. So that middle incision point, the one right beside my mole, I don't know why there was just this huge boil that suddenly appeared, I think after Chinese New Year, so maybe a few months after I did my original procedure, which was in November 2018, if I'm not wrong. So not exactly sure why that happened, but I went back to the clinic and I asked them for an answer, and they couldn't provide me with an answer, but they did tell me that they would redo the suture for me, so basically remove the existing suture because it was getting crazy. So I'm not sure if I still have any pictures, but if I do, I will insert them at the side. So yeah, it was a crazy huge boil on my eyelid to a point where I could barely open my eyes. And yeah, so I went back to the clinic, removed the suture and let it rest for a long time, like 7 months. So I was pretty bummed out about it because I was living basically like this, so one eye with the eyelid, one eye without the eyelid, for about 7 months. So after 7 months, I finally went back to the clinic again and we did the thing again, thinking that my skin has probably healed and it was ready to go again. And basically it was quite a rare case. Like even the clinic said that they don't really have such cases. The most was I think the suture coming loose, but not an actual full-blown infection. So nobody could give me an answer, and it can't be the fact that I'm allergic to the suture, because if I'm allergic it will happen on both eyes, but yeah, this only happened on that one specific spot on one eye. Okay, so anyway, I redid the eyelid and all was going well until a few months later again. I think this was at the start of this year, so I'm currently filming this in December 2020, yes. So in about Jan or Feb 2020, right after Chinese New Year, the same thing happened again. I was so disappointed just to see that huge boil on my eye on the exact same spot again, and I'm not sure why. So yes, I went back to me clinic to remove the suture, and this time I was just quite done because I don't really want to go back into JB, come out and do the same procedure all over again. So before I could even decide on anything, we went into lockdown, and now we are unable to travel in and out of Malaysia anyway, so I wasn't able to get the procedure done with Dr. David again. Not sure if you guys can see, oops, not sure if you guys can see, but there is this small little scar right beside the mole where the infection was, and that's also the reason why I've been getting my lashes done for the past year, because you know, I'm just trying to hide as much as I can, hide the uneven eyelids, hide that little scar. Since the scar is not going to go away, I'm not sure if it's going to affect any other procedures that I'm going to do on that same area in the future. So yeah, that's what's been happening, like just a lot of trips to JB, you know, in and out of JB with the infection, and redoing the sutures again and again, going through that same jabs to the eyelid multiple times, and I was getting so sick of it to a point where I wanted to finally just go and get my eyelids cut instead somewhere else. So I actually was looking around, and I was looking at a lot of clinics, and finally decided on a clinic in Thailand, and I was supposed to get the procedure done, like the actual incisional procedure for eyelids this month, actually December 2020. Yeah, but because of lockdown we were not get to it, and so I was looking around for other solutions and alternatives, and I've decided on a Singapore clinic. I really didn't want to go with a Singapore clinic just because it is so expensive. It's so much more expensive compared to, you know, an overseas procedure, but I just really wanted to get it fixed. So I went for a consultation with Dr. Martin Huang, and I'm going to be doing my stitching procedure. So I decided not to go with the incisional procedure in the end, just because I was actually advised against it, just because my eyelids were not very fatty anyways, and the stitching would be good enough of a procedure to create enough scar tissue, hopefully to last a long time. And what we're going to do is to redo the stitching on this side, maybe edit it to make it just a tad higher, since I have the choice now to, you know, restart on this eye. And we're going to edit the stitching on the other side just to fit the suture that will be happening on the other side. I'm quite excited about it because I really want to get it fixed, and I really want to stop hiding behind the eyelashes for the sake of hiding behind eyelashes, and doing them as tall as possible just to hide the suture. So I'm quite excited for what's happening. I mean, I really hope that my current situation on the right eye does not affect the next procedure, and I don't think I will be going back to me clinic again. So the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of girls have come forward and told me that they watched my video from my previous video, and they were keen to get the eyelid procedure done, and they wanted to know how the sutures are holding up for me. And I've been completely honest. Every time somebody DMs me, I will be completely honest and tell them that look, hey, this procedure did not work for me. I'm not sure for whatever reason, but it is very individual, and you know, this can happen to anybody, or this might never happen to anybody. You know, everybody else that I know has perfect results from the clinic, and maybe it's just my body, maybe it's just my skin on this side, since I know that I'm not exactly allergic to it. That doesn't make much sense. But even the other doctors that I've consulted also can't give me an answer to why this happens so specifically on only one side. So yeah, I can't give you the answers as well, but all I can tell you is my situation, so you guys can consider, because if it can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And you know, I just wanted to be as honest as possible, which is also why I'm making this video, just to kind of explain what's been happening, and also to document my next step, which would be the sutures that will be done by Dr. Martin Huang. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Just coming in with an update. I will be also updating once the whole process of my next procedure that will be done in January. So I will be spending the whole of January resting. Yeah, taking a complete break from everything, because before this I was working as a fitness instructor and I was sweating a lot. Maybe that's why the sutures can't heal. I mean, it shouldn't be the case, but I'm just trying to find, I've been spending the longest time trying to find some answers. So yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated and I will check back in January. Hello guys, I just went to remove my eyelashes this morning because it's 3 days to my op, and so I need to get them out of my eyes. I haven't seen myself without my lashes in a damn long time. I look like a fetus actually. Yes, I do. But anyway, so I have no makeup on and everything, so you guys can see what I've been trying to hide this whole time. Okay, it's pretty obvious. So left eye with the suture in, right eye back to the monolid. Okay, I've got this really hidden eyelid if it's any consolation. But yes, I'm not sure if you can see any scars on this eye. It's right beside my mole. I don't really want to touch it because I'm damn scared that it triggers something, and I really don't want that to happen like 3 days before the op. But anyway, yeah, just checking in to show you guys an up close of what my eye looks like without my eyelashes on. I think it's been a year since I stopped like since I started the whole lash thing. Look at my lashes, they are gone. But anyway, fingers crossed that everything goes well because I can't do this shit anymore. I have no money to do this shit anymore.